marry just anybody. What you carry is too much. Don't marry a fire extinguisher. Don't let anybody kill you because of marriage. The longer you live, the brighter you should shine. Marriage should not kill your zeal for God. Number 2, don't marry a lazy person. At 11 a.m., you cannot be praying in tongues instead of being at work. And tell me you're in full-time ministry. You go into full-time ministry when the ministry has become you are so busy, you cannot combine it with any other thing. As I stand before you today, my husband and I, we are in full-time ministry and in full-time business. Some of you might have known. That's why we are these days. Because I sell. I sell this. I have nail salon. I have hair salon, unisex. This for men, this for women. I have restaurant. I sell mama. I sell food. As I stand before you, I have small hotel. I have gym. Swimming pool. Without one kobo from church. One kobo from church. If you see my husband when he's on the farm, you will not believe he's a bishop. Harvesting pepper. Our tomato. We were praying this morning for our tomatoes. Time has changed. Hebrews chapter 1 and verse number 1. Principles do not change, but methods change. God, who at sundry times used to now. Don't marry a lazy person. Let me look at your life. What are you doing? Because after 9 months, you cannot go to the supermarket and claim baby milk. Otherwise, Kirikiri will claim you. So let me see what you're doing. Marry someone that is mature spiritually, physically, emotionally, financially. You may not be a millionaire or a billionaire, but at least basic needs must be met. As a man, you should be the one paying the school fees, the house rent. You don't need to know how much your wife is sending. I know we talk about common pause and joint accounts and all that. It's fine. Every woman was created to look up, wired to look up. You must not be taking offering from your wife. Your wife can help you. Your wife can assist you. But the financial life as a man should not be dependent on your wife. This generation, they're not looking for who they will suffer with. So be a man. At least stand. Your emotional life should not be tied to the aprons of your mother. If you are still collecting house rent from your parents, don't go into marriage. Do something with your life. And don't tell me that I'm looking for a job. There is no country where the government can provide all the jobs. Create something. I just told you now that we sell pepper. We sell tomatoes. Come and see our chicken. Come and see pork. My husband will be his praise point. My husband will say, darling, one pork just gave birth to 14 now. Sometimes Sunday morning, he will go to his farm, quickly, feed whatever, and still come to church to preach. This end time, do something with your life. Did you hear what Adejumo said? Not busy for 6 days. No more. Is it these days that they are even abusing pastors on internet? You don't have anything to show. With all this busyness, traveling, preaching, I still, that I went back to school at 60. I'm in part 2 now, studying law. Yes. I sell perfume. I even brought for you. I sell perfume. I have 8 brands made in Dubai for FFA. I do contribution. I'm talking to you about marriage. Anointing without money will lead to annoyance. Say, my wife doesn't even understand. Does she not know that I'm a man of God? You are a man of God. You are a man, then of God. So let's talk about the man. She asked you for 200,000 or for 20,000, you are scratching your head. No. Every woman wants her needs to be met. At least do something. And the same thing goes for the woman too. Don't marry a lazy person. is very important. Do not marry someone that disrespects you, disrespects your spiritual parents, someone that disrespects your mentors, or your biological parent. If you're a Yoruba girl and you brought your fiancé to the house, he must prostrate for your father. I don't care who he is. His chin must touch the ground. Every time he visits your father, he must prostrate. Hello, Pops. Hello, popcorn. The person that you are married to or you want to marry must give the highest level of respect to your parents. And it depends on how you have to. Don't elope with anybody. Do not elope with anybody. I don't have the time. And I want to say a few things to the married people. Marriage is hard work. Marriages may be made in heaven, but they are maintained on earth. Please, take a good care of your marriage. Luke chapter number 8, there are 4 kinds of marriages. Marriage by the wayside. You take care of everybody, ministry, job, everything, and you abandon your marriage. Just like there are 4 kinds of lovers and there are 4 kinds of parents. 4 kinds of lovers that automatically translate and transit into 4 kinds of parents. Number 1, we have absentee lovers. And they are also absentee parents. They are never there. Never. You win the whole world and you lose your family. That's not how to live. Absentee, you are never there for your children. You are busy in church. You are busy running after Coca-Cola. You are busy doing this, busy doing that. Have the number of children you can rear, not just bear. Because the generation of your children will either bless you or curse you. And the child you nurture today will nourish you in the evening of your life. 1 Kings chapter 1, beginning from verse number 1. And David was old, but he was cold. One of the covering cloth for cold children. In the evening of your life, may you not be naked. May you not become an ex-parent. It's a huge prayer I just prayed for you now. Absentee. Number 2, we have abusive spouses. Therefore, they are abusive parents. You abuse your spouse psychologically. Well, what? Yes? How can I help you? One lady said to me that she will sit in church with her husband. And the man will be abusing her physically. Abuse. You. They're even calling you, mommy, you two, you are happy. Blah, 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 blah. And then he will come up stage and say, we're so glad to have the first lady in church today. Bipolar. And there are people like that. Abusive. You abuse emotionally. Some men are here. And some women too. Remember what I said in my opening remark. The literate of the 21st century are not the people that cannot read or write. They are the people that cannot unlearn and relearn. The fact that you never saw your mother or your father kiss or hug does not mean that you should perpetuate that in your dynasty. Let's learn it. There's what we call generational curse. We also have generational blessing. Be intentional about it. I didn't have a great childhood growing up. My mother didn't treat me well. And I was making that mistake when our kids were young until I encountered God like today. This is wrong. It should not be perpetuated. Fathers, remember Jairus. He was the one that looked for solution for his daughter. So don't let your wife do only your wife do the school runs. Only your wife. You to do home assignments with them. Who says you cannot be in the kitchen with your wife? What kind of anointing you carry? We say you no go chop. Because you are a man of God. The children are gone. Your wife is laboring, sweating. You sit there upstairs watching Chelsea and Arsenal. Arsenal, are you here? I'm Arsenal. Watching. While she's laboring. It even amazes me that there are men that will refuse food when they are hungry. Uncle, times have changed. When you are okay, you go and microwave the food. Where is that in the Bible? You will not eat because you are angry. You'll be keeping malice. Some will even be singing against their wives. Man. Because you grew up in Ibadan. Man, a whole man. One word answer for your wife. And you will come to sing in the choir. You will come to church as an elder. You will come as a worker. You will adjust your beret and you will lift up on holy hands. And God is going, go home and make peace with your spouse. And because they are abusive like that, they can be abusive parents. Any little thing, the cup drops from your child, bam. Any little thing, boom. Women, we women in particular, we can shout for Africa. One day my husband said, the neighbors know the names of our children. I need to get intercom in this house. I understand. I had to learn too, because that was how we grew up. My mother would be pounding like this. You talk. Before you finish the statement, the mortal is in your mouth. Or you are crying at the supermarket. She will just hold your hand. We are finished shopping that day. Let's go home. The way she's holding your hand, you too, you will know that except Jesus comes, you are in trouble. Absentee.